Ever wonder how trillion-dollar companies can make really big flops and then just quietly erase them from history? If you have, stick around because lessons from some of these product failures might just help you out. So today, let's unpack 5 forgotten tech disasters and why each failed so that you don't repeat history. Or maybe you do. That's a fun thing too sometimes. Number 1, Facebook Home. Literally taking over your phone. Like literally. It turned your Android phone into a constant Facebook feed. So imagine every time you open your phone, you're looking at Facebook, Facebook, and only Facebook. Every unlock showed your friend's posts or some sort of activity your friend was doing. It was like a whole takeover of your phone. And imagine, the apps you use, your sleep tracker, your phone app, your SMS app, you just couldn't see it. So it was a very big misstep where Facebook thought users just wanted an endless supply of a Facebook feed. And it didn't help that, as an Android phone manufacturer or carrier, you started realizing, oh, this is actually bloatware and malware. Like, this is actually not helpful for my phone that I'm building too. And so a big misjudgment in user habits, misjudgment in UI. And so surprise, surprise, in 2013, this miserably failed, right? A good lesson from this is never expect users to change their workflow to fit into yours, right? You have to figure out a way to fit into theirs unless you're giving so much value that a user is forced to leave their current habits and come to yours. 2, Google Glass. Too cool to be cool. This was circa 2013, and some of you might have already seen this. If not, this will bring you up to speed. It was sci-fi wear like glasses, as the name suggests, that looked like they were straight out of Hollywood or something. And the camera quality was really good. The heads-up display was really good. It promised a future that was hands-free, completely digital on your face. But reality started creeping in. People started realizing it's more creepy than cool looking. And then suddenly you can now kind of like observe everyone around you. You can record them, which started bringing out a lot of privacy concerns. Restaurants started banning it. Places would be like, if you're wearing the glass, you can't come in. And then, of course, there's the social comfort factor, right? You need to charge it. You now need to be very careful with your pair of glasses versus these ones. I can just flip around, throw around. I can just get another spec. Now suddenly wearing a very, very expensive piece of technology. So, another example of not respecting user workflows, social norms, and a product just not getting adoption. Another really good lesson from this as well is testing. Like, there was clearly not a lot of user testing here to understand that, oh, there's friction for this to be used on a day-to-day basis. So testing your product, validating is another critical step that was clearly missed here. Number 3 was Google Wave. This was fairly ahead of its time. It was a tool that allowed you to do seamless editing, real-time collaboration, think Notion, think Slack, but like ahead of its time because Notion and Slack did not exist at that time. But where it failed was it just completely confused early users. There wasn't a very good onboarding. And because the tool was so new and intuitive and unintuitive, it needed a bit of hand-holding and for users to understand how to use the product, and just never really got over that hurdle. And although the tool was really advanced at its time, it started highlighting the importance of education, of feature education. And generally, this is, I think, a rule in the tech world, in the product world, in the business world. The more innovative, the more new your product is, the more you're going to need to handhold and onboard users in. And this was not an exception to that rule, and that's why it failed. All right, stick with me. We got 2 more to go. Number 4, Microsoft Zune. So Zune was supposed to be Microsoft's iPod killer. This is back in the day when iPods were really big, and people were using it for music all the time, and iPhones didn't really exist. And it had a very strong hardware base, and great features like music sharing, for example. But it launched a little too late. 5 years after Apple's iTunes ecosystem was already built up and had kind of solidified itself. And consumers had spent years building out their iTunes library, building out a sense of like the music they listen to. And now Microsoft was like, actually leave that, come start over from scratch here. And surprise, surprise, people were like, we're not going to do that. And Apple is notorious for this, of getting people into their ecosystem and then sort of keeping you wrapped up in it, right? And this is a good example of the NFX model, network effects model, where people understand that you need to be offering, if you're entering a market that's now kind of established, you need to be doing one of two things, which is one, either bringing a radically big improvement, or two, bringing in uh, a quality or a feature that serves a more underserved market, like a part of the market that's ignored. So your product now tailors to them. Lastly, an echo before its time, number 5, the Amazon Fire Phone. This was Amazon's deep dive into smartphones, and it had some really strong, ambitious features like Firefly, which would let you just use your phone to identify objects to buy on Amazon. It also had like a dynamic 3D interface, which was very revolutionary for its time. Um, but where it failed was it had a big focus on the hardware side of things, but it sort of ignored the app ecosystem that had sort of built up in Androids and in Apple. And this was just too big of a hurdle for the phone to overcome, right? Jeff Bezos also admitted that, they focused too much on building cool technology instead of building a core strong platform, right? So the lesson here is like, if you can't dominate an ecosystem, at least offer some sort of essential value first, and then see how the market tastes with that, and then expand your ecosystem. So a quick recap of today's powerful lessons. 1 is respect users' habits and workflows. This has shown up again and again. 2 is social comfort and acceptance matters. Simplicity also matters. Keep it simple for adoption. And network effects with established business models are very powerful. So only when you have a massive distinction can you come into the market. And 5 is a platform ecosystem is stronger than cool tech. So, which flop surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you think there's any I've missed, please also let me know. And until next time, ciao.